This is Carolina's NBC6. Now, news that's straight to the point.
Thousands of dollars in reward money is frozen tonight to make a statement in the Kim Medlin murder case. The case is still unsolved, but reward contributors have a problem with Monroe police handling the investigation since they're looking at one of their own. Joey Popp is live on East Boulevard with more. Joey?
Alan, 3 companies have raised $14,000, and they want an outside agency to spearhead this investigation. Now, the conflict of interest, what they're calling, is spearheaded by Kim Medlin's husband's business, East Coast Entertainment, here on East Boulevard.
But we have not felt comfortable with it being in the hands of the Monroe Public Safety. We feel an inherent conflict of interest while they're investigating their own.
Kim Medlin's body was discovered 2 miles from where she disappeared Easter weekend. Recently, 6 News reported that Monroe police were investigating one of its own, Officer Josh Griffin, even though he hasn't been arrested. While reward contributors put a freeze on the money, Medlin's husband has these thoughts.
As far as an opinion, my opinion is that regardless of who's investigating this, my main concern is that the killer of my wife is found. I don't care who investigates it, as long as it's absolutely gotten to the very bottom of.
Today, Monroe police said they will continue spearheading this investigation with the SBI assisting. So if the hold on reward money appears to be a threat, nothing has changed today. Reporting live from East Boulevard, Joey Popp, 6 News.
All right, thanks, Joey. The big talker among police tonight is a proposed Citizens Review Board and the opening of police personnel files to the public. Joey Popp is live at police headquarters with reaction to both proposals. Joey?
Alan, first off, the chief met with reporters today to set his position and to state his position, to make it very clear about the issue of opening personnel files before the public.
And again, I think it's important for my officers and the public to understand that we are not going to seek legislation that would open everything back to their birth date.
The chief is responding to a published report that he says misquoted him from Wednesday's meeting concerning a Citizens Review Board.
What we're seeking is legislation that would allow us to release the findings in administrative investigations of complaints lodged against our officers.
Police we met have this response about a Citizens Review Board and personnel files opened.
I would not have a problem with a review board reviewing the case after it's investigated, but not being part of the investigation.
I don't know that I'd be in favor of the complete file open, maybe partial, yes.
And as one officer told me here today from police headquarters, how would you like it if somebody walked in off the street at your workplace and demanded to see your personnel file? Reporting live from police headquarters, Joey Popp, 6 News.
Thanks, Joey.
A grandfather with a warm heart dies moments after saving the lives of some very frightened kittens. Charlie Seegers was killed yesterday when his tractor ran over him. Friends and relatives say what he did before he died was common. Joey Popp is live at the scene of the tragedy on West Sugar Creek Road. Joey?
Alan, Charlie Seegers lost his life while mowing this yard, but an act of kindness before his death was typical of the way he lived his life. When police arrived, they found Charlie Seegers dead underneath a bush hog mower. Investigators believe he fell from the tractor that pulled the mower. They then discovered these kittens in Mr. Seegers' truck. The man who had been missing the kittens walked up and found Mr. Seegers' body.
The wind-up on the whole story is the kittens were found by this man as he was mowing the yard. He put them in the truck for safekeeping.
Charlie Seegers was 2 weeks away from turning age 66. The family man and father of 2 also had 2 grandchildren. It was just 2 years ago when he retired from Paxton Van Lines. During his 20-year career, he drove across the country, moving families to and from Charlotte. Friends and family say Charlie was a man who cared, and to hear he kept a litter of kittens safe before his death isn't surprising.
It wouldn't surprise me. He would save kittens or help anybody who needed help or anything like that.
He had to have a good heart. Knowing that they were there and got out to move them out the way, it was terrific.
Former co-workers have also heard the story.
Charlie was just the type that, he'd bend over backwards for you, do whatever was asked of him. He just always went the extra mile.
He'll be remembered as the man with a warm spot in his heart.
He always did. And everybody loved him for that. That's just typically Charlie.
He went out the way he lived.
Yes, he did.
Now, even though Charlie was retired, he worked part-time around town mowing yards like this one. He would do that in the morning and then rush home to spend the afternoons with his grandchildren. Police say it's still a mystery how he lost his life. We don't know if he fell from the tractor because of leaning over to pick something up or if perhaps his clothes got caught on something. No one will know for sure since there were no eyewitnesses around. Reporting live from Northeast Charlotte, Joey Popp, 6 News.
All right, thank you, Joey.
But it wasn't just the weather that was causing problems out at Charlotte Douglas Airport. Passengers arrived to find more delays at the airport this morning. 6 News reporter Joey Popp joins us from Charlotte Douglas to explain. Joey?
Well, on days like today when the ceiling is low, that runway back here known as 36 right is forced to shut down if the wind forces planes heading to the north. The monitors inside the terminal say it all. Mid-morning, 6 News counted 20 delays and 6 cancellations.
The clouds are low and we're landing to the north. It's going to amount to delays.
Last week, traffic controllers warned us about the delays because of an upgraded instrument landing system going in on runway 36 right. Well, today, passengers felt the impact.
They did say that there was one runway out and that there was a backup.
The morning delay caused a domino effect at other airports, too.
They said that there was only one runway that was open here, and so we had to wait about an hour to get out of Wilmington.
We have fewer facilities, and so we can accept fewer airplanes, and that's an automatic delay.
When the wind shifts, of course, this runway can open back up, like it is now. Well, Jerry Orr went on to say that if Charlotte had another north-south runway, the city would not be experiencing this problem. Of course, that's another issue. Reporting live, Joey Popp, 6 News.
All right, thanks, Larry. Bad weather and wind shift could cause airport delays until this fall. Early this morning, passengers felt the impact. Joey Popp met them at the airport. He joins us from the newsroom with the rest of the story. Joey?
Alan, the problem centers around one of the runways, getting an upgraded landing system. Well, one end is currently getting the work, the other expected to be upgraded by October. But until then, expect delays on days like this. The monitors inside the terminal say it all. Mid-morning, 6 News counted 20 delays and 6 cancellations.
The clouds are low and we're landing to the north. It's going to amount to delays.
Last week, traffic controllers warned us about the delays because of an upgraded instrument landing system going in on runway 36 right. Well, today, passengers felt the impact.
They did say that there was one runway out and that there was a backup.
The morning delay caused a domino effect at other airports, too.
They said that there was only one runway that was open here, and so we had to wait about an hour to get out of Wilmington.
We have fewer facilities, and so we can accept fewer airplanes, and that's an automatic delay.
That was Jerry Orr, the airport aviation director. Keep in mind, on nice, clear days, there isn't a problem. Reporting from the newsroom, Joey Popp, 6 News.
This is Carolina's NBC 6. Now, news that's straight to the point.
A gruesome discovery in a trash can at this Charlotte car wash. Good evening. The owner of the car wash finds a dead newborn baby in it.
That owner was cleaning up this morning when he made the horrible discovery. Now police want to know who's responsible. Is it murder? The disposal of an unwanted child? Joey Popp joins us from near the intersection of McElway and Monroe Roads. Joey?
Alicia, we've just gotten fresh information from authorities just within the hour, as a matter of fact, that this was a little white female baby, a full-term newborn, tossed away back here. Carefully, investigators picked up the entire trash can.
We didn't want to contaminate the forensic evidence there in case it does turn out to be foul play. So,
do you believe the baby has been here for just a short time?
There's no way of determining that at this point. I would say no more than 12 hours.
The owner of the 24-hour do-it-yourself car wash made the discovery before 11 this morning. His business neighbor did not notice anything unusual when he came to work early today.
Well, it's just very, very sad for anything like that to happen anywhere to anybody, and it's just a sad situation.
While the investigation continues, police are asking for help.
We don't believe that this was a baby that was treated in any medical facility. There's no indication of that whatsoever. Anybody that might know that a female that had a recent birth and perhaps didn't report it, bring that to our attention so we can come to some kind of closure on this.
The child's body was taken from here to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Those results have not been announced. Police need your help, and if you have information, you're encouraged to call Crime Stoppers at 334-1600 or dial 911. Reporting live from Monroe Road, Joey Popp, 6 News.
This is Carolina's NBC 6. Now, news that's straight to the point.
Good evening. A newborn child is found dead inside a trash can this morning. The infant's body was found at the Queen City Car Wash on Monroe Road. Joey Popp is there with more on the police investigation. Joey?
Alan, mid-morning, the discovery was made back there near that vacuum and trash area. Late this afternoon, police told us the baby was a white female.
The child was found deceased by the owner here, and we're now trying to determine the cause of death and perhaps who might have left the child here.
When investigators arrived, they carefully gathered evidence and then lifted the entire trash can with the body inside.
We didn't want to contaminate the forensic evidence there in case it does turn out to be foul play. So,
do you believe the baby has been here for just a short time?
There's no way of determining at this point. I would say no more than 12 hours.
While police continue investigating, nearby merchants can only shake their heads.
Well, it's just very, very sad for anything like that to happen anywhere to anybody. And it's just a sad situation.
Anybody that might know that a female that had a recent birth and perhaps didn't report it, bring that to our attention so we can come to some kind of closure on this.
In the meantime, investigators don't believe the little girl had any medical treatment.
And at this hour, we don't know if the child suffered any trauma and whether this is a murder or not. Autopsy results have not been announced. If you have information on this incident that's been reported here on Monroe Road, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 334-1600 or dial 911. Reporting live, Joey Popp, 6 News.
But first, police have found the mother of the dead baby they found in a trash can yesterday.
She now faces murder charges. Early this morning, police rounded her up not too far from where they found her baby. 6 News reporter Joey Popp joins us from East Charlotte, not far from the car wash where they found the child. Joey?
Alan, that's right. Back here is the home where Carrie Ann Wiles lived, and police knew to come here after being tipped by a 911 caller. At the crack of dawn, police escorted this woman who is believed to be Carrie Ann Wiles. Minutes later, 2 more women came out of the home. All 3 were questioned by police. Later, investigators announced that the 24-year-old Wiles had been arrested for murder. The charge comes 24 hours after her newborn, full-term baby girl had been found dead at the Queen City Car Wash. Neighbors are shocked and upset.
Appalled. I can't believe that someone would do something like that to a child. I mean, I'm a new father, like 9-month-old baby, and I just can't see how somebody could just throw a life away.
Another neighbor says 4 women and 2 men have lived in the small house for a short time. They moved into the rental home before Christmas from out of state. Around noon, police hauled away this Pennsylvania tagged car with Grateful Dead stickers, a car that may end up being evidence. An investigator told 6 News after Wiles was charged, she was to be taken for treatment at the hospital before going to jail.
I don't think there's a punishment out there great enough in this day and age to justify it.
Neighbors say that the people were not loud, and they don't know if they were students or full-time employees. However, one neighbor says that she heard one of the women say earlier this year that they came here because where they were from, out of state, there's just no work. That same neighbor best describes this home like that of a sorority house. Reporting live from Southeast Charlotte, Joey Popp, 6 News.
Good evening. Police say a newborn baby found dead in a trash bin yesterday was the victim of murder.
And what may be even more startling is that police have arrested the child's mother. Joey Popp joins us live from the mother's home on Litchfield Road. Joey?
Alan, neighbors tell us that Carrie Ann Wiles shares this small rental home with 3 other women and 2 men. The people had only lived here since the Christmas holidays and believed to have moved from Pennsylvania and New York.
I look at my baby and it's just senseless. Just don't understand.
What would you like to say to Miss Wiles if you had a chance?
Maybe I'm 2 doors down and I could have helped.
Neighbors are appalled to hear the baby's mother lives in their quiet neighborhood. This morning, police took Carrie Ann Wiles away after a 911 caller tipped authorities. Minutes later, 2 other roommates were taken in for questioning. The 24-year-old Wiles was charged with murder a day after her baby girl was found dead in this trash can at the Queen City Car Wash, not even a mile away from Wiles' neighborhood. Around noon today, this Pennsylvania tagged car with Grateful Dead stickers was hauled away for evidence.
I'm a new father, like 9-month-old baby, and I just can't see how somebody could just throw a life away.
Another neighbor says she heard one of the women say they were from out of state and came to Charlotte because there was no work where they were from. And at this hour, neighbors don't know if they did work full-time here in Charlotte or if they are full-time students. We have been told that this home is also described like that of a sorority house. Now, at this hour, Miss Wiles is not in the county jail. An investigator told me earlier today that after hospital treatment, then she will be transported to the jail. Reporting live from Southeast Charlotte, Joey Popp, 6 News.
Another news, 6 News has learned that a newborn infant found this week was drowned. Police have charged her mother with murder, 24-year-old Carrie Ann Wiles. Let's join 6 News reporter Joey Popp from the county jail with the latest. Joey?
Alan, this is the entrance, and this is where Carrie Ann Wiles will be brought after she's discharged from the hospital. And we've been told that could be any time now. Wiles lived in a house with other people, but she's the only one who faces the murder charge. People lived in this rental house, 4 women and 2 men, off and on since the Christmas holidays. Police don't believe any of the others were involved when the baby was born late Monday night. Sir, can I just ask you a few questions? Do you know anything about the baby? Are you the father? We later found out this man is not the father. Police say he's in Pennsylvania, where Wiles is from. Police questioned the man late last night. Hours earlier, investigators questioned at least 2 other roommates after Wiles was taken to police headquarters. Her baby was found about a mile away from the home Tuesday morning at the Queen City Car Wash. This is the trash can that the baby was discarded in. And 6 News has learned today from the maintenance worker who discovered the child that the baby was cleaned and placed in a plastic grocery bag knotted at the top. Neighbors are shocked and don't know what to think.
That the baby was cleaned. I don't know, maybe trying to hide evidence or something.
Police believe Wiles tried to hide the child from her roommates and that she acted alone. However, somebody in the home became suspicious and called 911 when the report of a dead baby was found less than a mile away. And late this afternoon, a detective does confirm with 6 News the baby was drowned. As many as 6 people lived in that home off and on since the Christmas holidays. At last check, Wiles was in good condition at Carolina's Medical Center. But as I said earlier, she's expected to be brought here to the entrance of the jail soon. Reporting live from Uptown, Joey Popp, 6 News.
Well, drowning is the cause of death for the infant found dead Tuesday at a Monroe Road car wash. Tonight, the baby's mother is charged with murder, and police believe the woman acted alone. Joey Popp is live at the county jail with more. Joey?
Alan, 24-year-old Carrie Ann Wiles will be brought here to the county jail after she's discharged from the hospital. This morning at the Litchfield Road home, roommates of Wiles avoided reporters. After several were taken yesterday for questioning, police today say it appears Wiles tried to hide the birth from her friends and that she acted alone. I'm Joey Popp with 6 News. Can I talk with you? The child was found Tuesday morning less than a mile away at the Queen City Car Wash on Monroe Road. This is the trash can that the baby was discarded in. And 6 News has learned today from the maintenance worker who discovered the child that the baby was cleaned and placed in a plastic grocery bag knotted at the top. Investigators have revealed that Wiles allegedly drowned her baby after the girl was born Monday night, and that she tried to keep everything a secret. However, somebody inside the home became suspicious and eventually called 911. And police believe as many as 6 roommates lived off and on in that rental home since the Christmas holidays. At this hour, Wiles is listed in fair condition at Carolina's Medical Center. Reporting live from Uptown, Joey Popp, 6 News.